Hello. Yeah, I'm waiting for you. And because we have made the appointment for the free consultation of trusts and wills today, yeah, I'm attorney Lin Wang. Nice to meet you. Yeah. So would you please give me your name? Okay, let me take a note of that. Mr. and Mrs. Subscriber, okay. And yeah, I know. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, you have known that. Yes, my name is Lin Wang. Yeah, I'm in the trust and wills for many years. And today is November 26, 2021. Yeah, like the purpose for us to have the consultation today is to understand more about your needs of trusts and wills and understand more about how the trusts and wills help in your situation. Excuse me. Yeah, I know it is so cold recently. So that's why I have turned on my space heater. You can feel that, right? It is a little bit warmer right now. Yeah. So first, let me understand what kind of documents you already have in the area of trusts and wills. First, do you have a will? Oh, no. In the United States, you cannot have a will, like you cannot just only have one will between you and your husband. You have to have your own, like separately. Okay, you don't have it. Okay, yeah, Mr. Subscriber, you have it. Okay, I understand it. And do you have the medical power of attorney? Yeah, that is the kind of document which allows you to designate people you trust, like your spouse, like your children, to make up the healthcare decisions for you when the time is there, like, like pull the plug. Okay, got it. Yeah, you have it? Okay, sounds perfect. And in the living will, I think you already have the instructions, like whether you want to continue the treatment or you just want to stop it if you are incompetent. You know the word incompetent, right? Yeah, that means you cannot make a decision yourself. Basically, your brain is dead forever. Okay, you have it? Yeah, I know most people will prefer to just stop the treatment when that time comes. And you have financial power of attorney? Oh, yeah, that will allow you to designate people you trust to make up the financial decision for you when you're incompetent. You have it? Perfect. And you don't have trust, right? Okay, got it. Yeah, definitely. I will let you know, like, how it works in your life. So first, the question is, who do you want to be the people to make up the financial decision when you're incompetent? You cannot make up the decision, basically. And you see, you have financial power of attorney. So that's the document to control that. And if you remember, who did you designate in that document? Okay, your spouse. That's very typical, yes. And a friend, okay. Do you have children? Oh, you have two, okay. And how old are you? I mean, how old are your children? Okay, so they're adults. Okay, so they are over 20 years old. So do you think that perhaps your children will be better than your friends to work as the successor agent if your spouse cannot be the person? Okay, yeah, I think that makes sense. We can definitely update your financial power of attorney to update that. Yeah, I understand that. And you see, you have had the healthcare proxy to see if you are incompetent, who will make up the healthcare decision for you too, right? Okay. So spouse at first, and then, okay. So perhaps you need to change the agents from friends to your children. Perfect. And the third question is, let's say if the worst case happens, like the worst scenario, like if you pass away, you give the assets to your children. And if your children become disabled, like very bad car accidents or something like that. Do you want your children to be able to get both your assets and the government disability benefits, or only the assets from you, and your children have to use up your assets before being qualified for the government benefits? You prefer to keep the government benefits? Yeah, that makes sense. If that's the case, you need to say so in your trust. So basically, a trust is just like a document which say where your assets shall be distributed after you're passing away. And you can definitely say, I want my assets to go to my children. But if they become disabled, I want the government to take care of them at first, blah, 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 blah. You can definitely say so. Yeah, we will do that. But if you don't specify anything, the default rule will be your children have to use up the money from you before being qualified for government benefits. Yes. And the question number 4 is about minor children. Yeah, minor children mean children under 18 years old. So they need more protection basically because they cannot take care of themselves legally. So they have to find some like agents or guardian. No, you don't have to worry about it. Yeah, your 2 children, one is 24 years old, one is 22 years old. So you don't have to worry about that. Yes. And the question number 5 and the question number 6 is asking you if, let's say, one of you passes away and the surviving spouse controls everything. Yeah, that's very typical situation in most families. But let's say if the surviving spouse has creditors, like personal creditors, perhaps because of gambling, perhaps because she or he hates a person on the road, or if the surviving spouse remarries, do you still want to give the whole control to your surviving spouse? Because there will be a chance that the spouse will use the deceased spouse money to pay off debts or to like take it away from your current family and put it into the new family. You don't worry about that. Okay, you care more about your spouse, like more than your children. Okay, that will be perfect. That's very sweet. That's very sweet, actually. Yeah, that's very sweet. And the question number 7 is asking us, if you pass away, you give your assets to your children. Let's say if the worst case happens, if they have creditors, or if they get divorced, do you want to keep the assets still in the hands of your children, or you just want your children to use your money to pay off debts or to be divided in the divorce court? Oh, of course, yeah. No, that's not selfish because you know the money is from you and you definitely want to make sure your children will not lose it to somebody else. Yeah. And the question number 8 is about estate tax. Yeah, actually, estate tax is kind of like the kind of tax which will be imposed on rich people. It is to punish people who are too rich when they pass away because the government wants to like encourage us to use money. Yeah, right now there is threshold and the threshold is $11.7 million per person. So for both of you, Mr. and Mrs. Subscriber, your threshold will be $23.4 million after you pass away. No, you don't have so much, so you don't have to worry about it. Like, we don't have to worry about it. That's perfect. And the question number 9 is asking us if you are incompetent. So you're still alive, but just incompetent. The brain doesn't work. And you designate your family to take care of your assets. Do you want to give them some instructions about how to use it? Or you just want your family to make up the decision themselves? Okay. So you believe in your family? That's very sweet. That's a very sweet family, actually. And do you want to distribute your assets in one lump sum when you pass away, or do you just want to give them the money like in installments? Yeah, because some parents will choose to give the assets to their children in installments to make sure their children will not distribute, like will not abuse their money very soon. Like say if we pass away when the children are 18 years old, probably they are not like mature enough to control everything. And perhaps they will just use the money for something not very clever, right? Okay, perfect. You believe in your children and we don't have to worry about that. Okay. And the question number 11 is asking you, like when you pass away, do you want to keep your information private or public? Yeah, no one wants to keep their information public. I know that, especially private information about your family and assets. But the issue is if you want to go to the probate court. No, if you have a trust, you don't have to go to the probate court, but only when you don't have a trust. Even when you have a will, you need to go to the probate court. And if you go to the probate court, you need to pay for the probate court. You need to keep your information public. And it usually takes 1 to 2 years nationwide in the United States to finish the probate court. So during the time, the money is just frozen in the court. You don't want to do that? Okay, so you want to avoid the probate court and everything will be kept private. Perfect. I will take note of that before I forget. Okay, perfect. And okay, this is the questionnaire we just filled out. So like we have your name over here, my name over here, and we have the date over here too. And you see you have, like husband has a will, but wife doesn't. And you have healthcare proxy, medical power of attorney need to be updated, and you don't have a trust. Okay, and what we can do for you first, it is to update your financial and medical power of attorney to make sure if you are incompetent, your family will take care of your assets instead of the government, and your children will replace your friends so far. And also you want to make sure if you pass away, there is no probate court process. And if you give the assets to your children, their creditors and the ex-spouse cannot touch your money, and they will still be qualified for government disability benefits. Is it all right? It's correct. Perfect. And do you have other concerns or wishes we have not mentioned yet? Okay, got it. Yeah, basically, I will recommend you to start from the enhanced trust, which will help you to avoid the probate court, which we really want to do. And it also gives you the protection against your beneficiaries, your children's ex-spouse, creditors. So if something bad happens, the creditors and the ex-spouse cannot touch the money from you. Yeah, that's $5,000. Yeah, it's one-time fee. There is no maintenance fee, no. If you want to change it, it's $65 per change. But if you just want to leave it over there, you don't have to pay anything to maintain the validity of it. Yeah, we have something cheaper. Like if you want to have a will, that's $950,000. Oh no, it's $950. Yes. Yes. Yeah, but you need to go to the probate after you pass away, and it can be more money. If you don't want to go through the probate, you can also choose the basic trust that will help you to avoid the probate, but there is no extra protection for your children to avoid their creditors and the ex-spouse. You prefer the enhanced trust? Yeah, that's a very clever choice. Yeah, definitely. Like my legal assistant will help you to fill out some questionnaires, and we will design the trust documents for you according to the questionnaires, and I will just review the documents with you, and after that you will sign the documents. Usually it takes like 30 to 45 days to finish the whole process. Yes, I know. I'm very happy to work with you too. Yeah, I will control the whole process, and you are in good hands, no worries. Yeah, you feel warm right now, right? Yeah, my legal assistant is just next door to me. I can walk you over there. Yeah, it's very nice to meet you. Yeah, very happy and looking forward to working with you. Yeah, bye-bye.